Hey there everyone, I am Arindam and today I am going to show you my new project that is an AI newsletter generator. We will create a Streamlit app to interact with it and I will show you how this works and how you can implement this locally. So first let's see this in action. So as you can see here, I've already put my Firecrawl API keys and Nebius API keys, and here are some example topics that you can choose, and these are the number of articles that you can check, like how much article you want to crawl. So you can reduce it, the more number of articles you have the better, and you can also set the time range here. I will be going to select past week, so we will search for Gemini new model that launched today, and let's start. So it will take some time to generate the newsletter. Awesome. It has created the newsletter. So let's just read it. So the updated version of Gemini 2.5 Pro model that is just launched today. And you can see the story here, the featured content, the quick updates, this week's highlights. And you can also download the newsletter here as well. So this is really helpful if you are, trying to create a newsletter, and this can really streamline your workflow. Awesome. Now let's talk about the tool that I have used to build this project. So first one is Firecrawl. So if you're working with LLMs that needs real-time data, Firecrawl is a really good solution for that. They have a lot of features, and for this project, I am using their latest update, their Search API. So you can access that via their playground as well. You can go here and you can just use the search option, and you can get a lot of options here: markdown, links, HTML, limit, as we have already set on our project as well. You can also add the time-based one that we also set the hourly or past week, and you can also get a cool templates here. And for the agent part, I have used Agno. So Agno is a lightweight library for building AI agents and one of my favorite libraries. And I am building a lot of tutorials. You can also check them on my channel. So I have created a lot of tutorials using Agno. You can see other frameworks like OpenAgents, SDK, Crew AI, Pydantic, and you can see all the videos here. So if you like them, feel free to give it a like and do subscribe my channel. It will really motivate me to create more videos like this. So for the LLM parts, I have used Nebius AI Studio. So Nebius AI Studio provides open source inference models. You can see text to text models, embedding models, text to image models, and vision models. And you can get the API keys from this section. As I have already created my API key, I will not be doing that. You can just easily create that. Awesome. Now let's go to our code to see how this works. So let me open my cursor. So I have opened my cursor. I have created a separate file for the backend part and the separate part for the UI part. First, let's go to the main.py file where we have created the agent. So first, we have just imported all the modules and the environments and the Firecrawl API key and the Nebius API key. So next, we'll be creating the newsletter agent. So I'm using the Nebius models, as you can see, Metalnumma 3.170 billion model, and passing the API key. And then I'm using the Firecrawl tools that Agno provides. This is one of my favorite features of Agno. They provide a bunch of tools that makes it really easier to build agents like this. So here I'm just passing the format as markdown and links, searching as true because we'll be doing the search mainly, and the limit as 2. TBS is a time-based search where we are just mentioning the time frame of the content that we are taking from. So here we are just taking by default as week. Next, we are just creating the description, and then we are just putting the instruction here. And again, we are just creating expected output structure here. And finally, these are the basic configuration. Also, I'm just creating a DB to store that. You can also create a caching mechanism to improve this project even further. If you are interested, feel free to contribute to that as well. Next, we are just creating the newsletter generator function, which takes the topic, the search limit, the time range, and these are the default values here. And then with the parameters, we are just updating this and we're just taking the response. Awesome. Now let's go to our app.py file where we have stored the UI. So for the UI part, I am using Streamlit, which is a really easy way to create UI for your Python app and one of my go-to options as well. So first, I am just importing the modules and then loading the environment variables as well. And these are the basic configuration of Streamlit apps. If you have previously worked with Streamlit, you already know these things, so I will not dive deep into it. Then we are just giving the example topics. You can add more to it. And then we are storing the API keys here. We are storing the Firecrawl API key and the Nebius API key. We are just showcasing the example topics here. Then we are taking the topic from the user if they have a new topic, just like we did with a new topic. And we are just creating this drop down with options, and we're just taking the index, and these are pretty basic things. Then we are creating the generate newsletter function. Now when we click the generate button, it will call this function, and this function will call the newsletter generator function that we have created in the main.py file, and it will pass the topic, the search limit, the time range, and that's it. It will then create the newsletter here, and you can then add the download button, which downloads the content of it. And these are finally the UI part, and that's it. As simple as this. Awesome. Pretty simple, right? Now you can improve this project by adding more complexity to it. You can create a workflow that uses another agent to publish this newsletter that we have created, and you can do a lot of other stuff as well. So feel free to try that out, and you will find all the code blocks here. And if you are interested, you can also create a PR to add your project that you have improvised here. So you will find the newsletter agent here. You can get all the instruction how to run it locally, and this is pretty straightforward way. So thanks a lot for watching this video till the end. I hope you liked it, and let me know what project you want me to build next. See you in the next video. Bye.